Okay, I've actually been wanting to make this video for a while now, but one of the reasons that I balked at it and I didn't really want to do it is because I just didn't want to read all these dang articles. But I'm like, I have to. I have to do it because I have to know what I'm talking about. Now, there's really not a lot to know, and there's not a lot to be up to date on. It's just all kind of, it's all kind of repetitive, really, but it's just really strange because one of the reasons that I wanted to make this video back in October, I know it's been that long since October. One of the reasons that I'd wanted to make this video even all the way back in October was because I think it was like on Halloween night, I walked past this magazine right over here with Kate in the lavender dress. And it's kind of funny because actually in looking at this, she looks so much thinner in real life. So the camera on top of the camera puts on 10 pounds or 20 pounds. Actually, in this case, it looks more like 20 pounds. But so I passed by this magazine and I was like, baby number 4? I don't even remember her having baby number 3. Oh my gosh, there's like a ladybug going across the magazine. Oh, that's so funny. It's going through her hair. I remember once I had a ladybug riding in my hair on the subway and I felt like a ladybug queen. And then I forgot about the ladybug and I ran my fingers through my hair and I squashed it. So that was like a real testament to my feeling special on that particular day in question. But anyway, it was really weird. So I never remembered Kate having baby number 3. And it's weird because, I go to my grocery store and all the tabloids are out. And so I'm waiting in line. And of course, you find out many a thing. It's almost like osmosis when you're waiting in line at the grocery store. It's like, oh, all these news stories I didn't know anything about. So I basically saw this and I was kind of freaked out by it because I was like, well, who's the third baby? I know George, who looks so much like Prince William when he was a kid, and I know Charlotte. I could not think of the third baby's name. And the thing of it is like I always, you pass the tabloid stands on your way to checkout, and they're just there staring you in the face on your way to checkout. So that's the only reason I knew about her first 2 kids is because those tabloids were staring me in the face every time I would check out my food at the grocery store. But this, like her third child, Prince Louis, which I didn't even know his name. I was like, I even looked him up and it didn't even ring a bell to me. I was like, Prince Louis? I don't know who that is. I do think it's kind of funny though that I think that was Brad Pitt's character's name in Interview with a Vampire. Interview with a Vampire. Haha. So that was weird, but that was just the thing is I never saw anything about Prince Louis or her third baby on any tabloid in the grocery store. And you spend a lot of times. I bet if you add up all the minutes you spend standing in line at the checkout at the grocery store, I wonder how many minutes or hours of your life that would be. Because you really do soak stuff up when you walk past that thing. When you walk past that joint and that jam. But in any case, that was the main reason that I wanted to make a video about this, is because I want to ask you guys if you remember her ever having a third baby, because I never remember about that. Now, my one friend who is really, really into the royals, she knew it right away. But see, I have this theory that the more of a fan you are of something for the Mandela effect, which is why it makes it so difficult to disprove, is that always will have been a part of your reality because you always paid so much attention to it. Not always, though, because the same friend who liked Aerosmith didn't even know that the song had changed, the Walk This Way song had changed. But in any case, this magazine, this first one, came out on November 5th. Guy Fawkes Day. Oh my gosh. Coincidence? I think so. But it came out November 5th. Well, it was actually, I shouldn't say it came out November 5th. It was for the week of November 5th. That's why I saw it Halloween night. And so I just marveled at this. And it's kind of interesting. I feel like we're all going, it's like old school. It's like smooth the pages, smooth the pages. Oh, I wanted to show you guys this though, which is weird. This is, oh wait, who is this? Oh, Kesha. And it's so weird. Like, her face looks kind of fat, And then everything here, like comparatively fat, it looks so wide and almost bulldogish. And then she has like indentations right here. I bet you that's a liposuction. Either that or she's an alien. Okay. I didn't mean to pick on, like, I'm not trying to pick on women's bodies for this, but I know women in LA and Hollywood do so many weird things to their bodies to stay thin or whatever that is they are. And then, of course, Kate Middleton, I think she has the same sickness as Princess Diana, unfortunately, which sucks. I'm not going to read this whole article, but I think this is mostly all we need to know, and then I can paraphrase everything else. Okay, so Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan touched down in Australia on October 15th. For their first overseas tour together back home at Kensington Palace, the royal family confirmed the happy news the world has been waiting to hear. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are expecting a baby. However, a source behind the palace walls tells Star, this is Star magazine, that a very crucial piece of information was omitted from the announcement that Meghan won't be the only royal to bring home a bundle of joy, according to Star sources. 6 months following the birth of Prince Louis, Duchess Kate is pregnant again with baby number 4, much to hubby. Oh, God. I hate that. Hubby. I hate that word hubby. No offense to anybody who calls their husband hubby. It just sounds like a bubblegum creature that's like converted into a teddy bear, or a teddy bear made of bubblegum. I can't deal. That was like a joke that I had once on Facebook a few years ago. I was like, I would be a good girl to marry because I would never call you hubby. Okay. That's like when the man calls a woman the little woman. Don't call me the little woman. I will not call you hubby. Okay. Yeah, stuffed animal made of bubble gum. That's what that is. Okay. Much to hubby Prince William's pleasant surprise. So the word is that Kate and William started trying again pretty quickly after the baby was born, but they didn't expect this to happen already, spills the stunned insider. It's so soon after Louis's arrival. But this is the best kind of news. She always thought that being a family of 6 would be ideal. The Windsor Bunch. The Windsor Bunch. That's the way we became the Windsor Bunch. Okay. So I just want to read you the last paragraph. But despite her delight, Kate doesn't want to steal Meghan's thunder, adds the palace mole. And yeah, but that's just the thing, because oh, well, let me finish reading this paragraph and then I'll get into it. Adds the palace mole, and has been totally tight-lipped about any baby talk. It's no surprise that Kate isn't shouting from the rooftops right now, just as a source. She knows how excited Harry and Meghan are, and she wants them to enjoy this time. Insiders insist that she hasn't even told Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II yet. Well, Queen Elizabeth II, hopefully she doesn't read Star magazine. However, the friend adds she'll be thrilled the Queen has 4 children. Oh, the Queen has 4 children, and this would be a nice way for Kate to follow in her footsteps. Now, regarding the Meghan thing, this is for the week of November 5th, I didn't see anything about Meghan being pregnant on the front pages of the tabloids until like a month before she gave birth. Because out in February, there was this, baby number 4. Princess Kate, baby number 4, 3 months pregnant with a girl, which is exactly what they say they wanted. We're so happy Charlotte will have a sister. Mama yoga and no morning sickness. So I guess the basic gist of this article was that Kate had no morning sickness for this one. Like, I guess she'd had really debilitating and really bad morning sickness for her other pregnancies. So we've got some funny things in this magazine, though. This is the one that came out in February, where Kate is now 3 months pregnant. George is so cute. Mummy, you're rubbish, on Kate Middleton's soccer skills. And then this guy from The Bachelor. Oh my God, he has such a little head and such a big body. It's freakish looking, man. I don't know. Muscles like that are just really freakish looking to me. It's like it's an alien. It really does. It looks like an alien. Anyway, that's not what this is about. All right, so this one's about Kate being about like 3 or 4 months pregnant, blah, 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 and saying that they want to have a family of 6. The Windsor Bunch. Oh my gosh, look at Louis. Louis, he's so cute. He looks like a Cupid doll. Of course, I don't think that's his hair in the background. I think that's like the space under Charlotte's armpit, but it's so cute looking. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. But then On March 7th, like about 1 week after that article, we have something that comes out in something called Entertainment. And I know a lot of the articles that I looked up online had come out on this thing called Business Insider, but I don't think that's what this is from. Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge, speaks to members of the public during a visit to Northern Ireland on February 27th. The day before my birthday. So this one, it says, is Kate Middleton pregnant with her fourth child with Prince William? This is what a tabloid report is claiming about the Duchess, but there's no evidence supporting the rumor. In Touch magazine recently put an outrageous headline on its cover saying, Princess Kate, baby number 4. An unnamed palace insider claimed the report that Prince William's wife is expecting, again, less than a year after she gave birth to Prince George and Princess Charlotte's younger brother, Prince Louis. The so-called royal insider further claimed that Middleton is currently 3 months pregnant and that she has been sporting a baby bump when she stepped out on February 27th. The questionable tipster also asserted that Prince William has been hesitant about adding another child to their brood of 3, but the Duchess reportedly twisted his arm on the issue. Actually, in the other article, they said I think they had planned to have 6, or have a family of 6, or have 6 kids. That wasn't really clear to me, but I'm still betting it's the Windsor bunch. They haven't told their kids or anyone else yet, so-called source claimed. Yeah, well, they told, yeah, that was In Touch, but they told Star Magazine apparently back in November. So I don't know. It's just all like so very weird. However, there's absolutely no truth to these claims. Gossip Cop confirmed with Kensington Palace that the report is a fabrication and that Middleton is not pregnant with her 4th child. Well, duh, because she hasn't had it yet. A palace spokesperson assured the outlet that no such announcement was made by them. While the tabloid claimed that it had seen Middleton sporting a baby bump on February 27th, photos of the Duchess from that day contrasted the statement. And it's true right there, because this is actually photoshopped, although the lighting looks pretty good. I mean, the way the sun's falling on her chest and then the way it's falling on her stomach is pretty commensurate. And that's a 4-month baby bump right there. That's what they say. Or 3 months. Wow. That's actually kind of big for 3 months, I'm thinking. But it certainly is noticeable, and every woman's different. So, while the tabloid claimed that it had seen Middleton sporting a baby bump on February 27th, photos of the Duchess from that day contrasted the statement. Middleton and Prince William had been in Northern Ireland on that day playing soccer with young school children at the Windsor Park Stadium in Belfast, according to People. In Touch put a possibly edited image of Middleton sporting what looked like a baby bump on their cover. The snap seemed to have been taken from their recent trip, as she was wearing the red Carolina Herrera coat she sported on the day she and Prince William arrived in Northern Ireland. However, another picture was taken of Middleton arriving at the stadium that day showed no sign of a baby bump anywhere. Snaps of Middleton at the Empire Music Hall later that evening showed the Duchess looking slim in a mint-colored gown, proving the pregnancy rumors completely wrong. This is not the first time that this tablet has published false claims about Middleton. And also Star, too. In Touch and Star are both doing it, but they didn't mention Star magazine. And her husband, Prince William, last year, In Touch also put a story out that Middleton was being named Queen, and Prince William was going to be king instead of his father, Prince Charles. But there is no chance of that happening while Prince Charles is alive, and the rules of succession have long been set. Not even Queen Elizabeth II has the power to choose the heir to the throne, People reported. I'm sure they could bypass it. Like, what's going to happen, right? In Touch is just getting things wrong and spreading nasty rumors all over the man place. But that was this magazine, and there was nothing too remarkable about the article in this magazine, except for one thing that I wanted to show you, and these are some ancillary pictures. So this is it here, the bogus bullshit story. Duchess Kate is the new queen, and she does look very queen-like there. But the thing I found was interesting. Oh, and by the way, this magazine is circa, it is circa November 12th. So basically these are all alleged photos from, they had a side panel spread. These are all alleged photos from October. like late October, of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. And this again, sorry if I'm making you guys dizzy with all these magazine switch changes. This again, with the bogus picture of the baby bump, is from February 27th. So again, she's supposed to be allegedly 3 months pregnant here. And again, so far, from February 27th of 2019, all of these magazine covers have eclipsed any magazine cover in my now granted it's only in my grocery store, but there's a lot of magazines in my grocery store. Any magazine cover in my grocery store even mentioning Meghan Markle being pregnant, which is just what I find so strange. But back to October and Meghan and Harry, the side insert, the stories of their travels. So now this was October. This says it's October 25th, a roundabout. And this one in the blue dress is October 26th. And Meghan Markle supposedly gave birth to Harry. I mean, not Harry. What am I saying? She's married to Harry. That would be really weird. That would be like an I am my own grandpa scenario. I don't know if you guys ever heard that song, I Am My Own Grandpa. I think that was a time travel song. Or no, that was like, oh, never mind. That was an inbreeding song, which kind of makes sense. I mean, it kind of applies to the royal family. But in any case, Meghan Markle gave birth to Archie on May 6th. So round about October, she would have been 3 or 4 months pregnant. And like here, she looks a little bit thicker around the middle, but it doesn't really look like that much of a bump. Although again, different women have different things happen in their bodies when they're pregnant. They don't all get the same level of bumpiness during certain times. But here you couldn't tell at all. Of course, that's a partial side shot. This is a forward side shot. I mean, I don't see any bump there, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything either. And then that's just a really baggy dress, so you really couldn't tell. But anyway, I just thought it was really strange. And yet, no mention of Meghan in this portion of the tabloid being pregnant. Now, maybe they didn't want to announce it because maybe it was her first pregnancy and they didn't know if she would miscarry. But like after a certain point, I think you kind of know. But that was just so weird. And so I guess my main thing that I wanted to say is just this whole pregnancy thing is shifty. And no, I mean, I know magazines write up stories to make money, but why wouldn't they write about Meghan being pregnant? Or is she not as popular as Kate? I don't know. It's just really strange because you'd think Meghan's like the newest bride and she's American. So why wouldn't Americans want to read about her? One thing I do want to say though, just in looking at the difference between William and Kate's body language and Meghan and Harry's body language at both their weddings, I had a really good feeling about, I mean, comparatively, because, you know, I mean, you could not pay me enough to live in that family of royals because it looks really stuffy and stodgy and possibly Illuminati. But William and Kate at their wedding, like, they were so cute. Like, they would look up at each other and they would giggle at certain points and they just looked like they were sharing inside jokes. And Harry and Meghan, like Harry just looked like he was trying to be really sweet with her and look down at her and trying to make eye contact. And Meghan would not make eye contact. She just seemed kind of like a cold fish to me. But I don't know. That was really all I wanted to say. The only other thing I wanted to say, and like, I definitely want to hear you guys weigh in on every observation that I've made. The only other thing I want to say is I was thinking about Diana's passing the other day. Well, actually, I've been thinking about it for a while. And the whole crash in the tunnel. Now, I've seen a picture of where the car landed in the tunnel, and it looked like, conveniently enough, it landed off to the side in an embankment, such that traffic wasn't disrupted too much. But even still, I'm just always surprised you never hear about any kind of pileup in the tunnel. You never hear about anyone else getting injured or crashing into something in the tunnel. You never hear about anyone else crashing into the paparazzi or the paparazzi crashing into them. None of the paparazzi got injured. I don't know. It was just so strange. It was like only that one car. Now, granted, I'm not a scholar on the whole death of Princess Diana, but it just seems odd to me, like it would be a basic law of physics or whatnot. But even still, it did it does look like it landed off to the side sort of embankment, but it's still weird because you'd think it would have had a bit of a domino effect. Um, the only other thing I wanted to say is that I just didn't know. I mean, I get it, like In Touch and Star and tabloids, they want to sell their magazines, but I didn't know that they could just feel like they could be this inaccurate and get away with it. Unless something happened to Kate's baby. Or unless Kate's baby is actually Megan's baby and she gave Megan her baby. No, that makes no sense. But it's just really strange. But, then I guess you get into like, ooh, cloning and all this other stuff. You know what I would like to see? I would actually be totally convinced if there was cloning, if like, say Lady Gaga had a concert on one side of the world, but like 3 hours later you saw her on another side of the world, like either clones or doubles, like that movie Dave. Remember the movie Dave? Dave was such a great movie. If you don't know the movie Dave, it's with Kevin Kline, and they hire Kevin Kline to be a body double for the president. And then he and I think it's Charles Grodin, who's so hilarious. He was a Lonely Guy. They're looking through the books and they're like, oh my God, we're business owners. If we ran the country like we run our business, then we'd go bankrupt. Or if we ran our businesses like they run the country, we'd be bankrupt by then now. Just very telling. But yeah, Dave, Kevin Kline, so good. Other than that, yeah, it's just like you'd think that they could get sued for libel, although I guess you wouldn't. I mean, I don't know of all the nuances in the rules, and maybe you don't. Maybe it's just not worth it to sue somebody for libel to say you're pregnant when you're not. But to run like 3 months apart from each other, and for nobody to really, well, maybe they did say something, but it's just so strange. And for them to be paying all this attention to Kate on the front of the tabloids, and no pregnancy of Megan's was ever mentioned on the front of any tabloids I saw until about a month before her pregnancy, which is really bizarre. I don't know. It just seems, everything just seems shifty. Like, I didn't know that Kate had 3 kids already, and nobody seemed to know that I knew. Nobody seemed to know that I knew that Meghan Markle was pregnant until a month before she gave birth. Even my friend, who's really into the royal, she didn't mention it either. Very, very strange. And I did mention baby number 4 to my friend, and my friend didn't even say anything about Meghan. So there you go. Very weird. Anyway, some of you guys might have remembered Lewis, some not. I don't know. Baby number 3. You can leave your comments in the comments section, and I always look forward to your guys' comments. Anyway, that's about all. Peace out.